Hello, David Paul. I'm here at a sort of neighbour's house. Everybody's a neighbour on Tallycud, but I'm at a place where I was going to buy a motorcycle, but I'm not, since I'm not going to be on Tallycud. The guy fixes up and sells motorcycles, and I got a very good deal off him, but it's not really possible. I could buy it and take it to through Manila and all the way up to Sorsogon, but that seems like a crazy mental idea, so I'm not going to do that. These are the motorcycles, and one of these is going to be mine. But however, I was talking to the lady here about her house and stuff like that, and in particular about this here Cocolumba. And I tell you, when I get to Sorsogon, I need to be making some furniture for the family, because we haven't got any furniture. And as wonderful as it is on Tallycud, and I've got all this of every kind of wonderful wood that I want, in particular teak. I would normally just build everything out of teak that I could get my hands on, you know. So certainly all the furniture would be made of solid teak, but I can't do that. So I've had some thoughts this morning, revisiting the whole Cocolumba issue, which I detest this stuff, but as she says, it's strong and it lasts 20 years in the roof. So the strength is not the issue, it's the poor surface wearing qualities. So I've had a brilliant idea, and the brilliant idea is just machine it up as nice as you can, sand it, make as pretty a job as you can, and then get some what's called saturation epoxy resin. It saturates stuff. So I mean, the Gugin brothers brought out a whole range of stuff called the saturation epoxy, with the West system, wet epoxy resin saturation technique. So my idea is to put that on the furniture. Now, epoxy does not like to live out in sunlight, but the furniture will be in the house. If you put epoxy outside, it'll put up with it, but it'll turn black, and then eventually it will start to break down. But I mean, you could reapply it, but you're going to end up with black furniture. And if that's what you want, like a Japanese style kind of look, that would be okay. So there you go. There's the Cocolumba. But I'm talking to this lady, and I said to her, I like your concrete. So I just happened to remark on her kids. I said nakakatuanga nakmo, meaning your kids are cute. Wave say YouTube.
Hi.
Yeah, they're all going to go shy. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Oh well. Anyway, wave say YouTube. So there's a little self shout out for them. The reason I mentioned the kids is because I've now got 4 of my own little ones. Okay, what's interesting here is I remarked to the woman is the concrete. I like the style of the concrete, and she says, back it. Why? Because it's not level. And why might that be a good idea? Well, I really like the way they've just like flat laid this down, troweled it down, and they've got all these like fissure lines. They're not really cracks. What they are is just lines where the concrete is sort of met up while they've been troweled down. And so the relevance of this video is that you can lay concrete like that and create that style. But why might that be a good thing? Because what you can do is you can get concrete dye and add it to it, and the concrete dye that you would use would be ferric oxide, which has the appearance of red mud. And when you can get these mud floors, which I don't like the idea at all of mud floors, but I like the vibe, I like the look. So what you do is you mix your dye in, you lay your floor like this, and then, as I say, to a man on a galloping horse, you just wouldn't notice that it was concrete. It would have the look and the vibe and everything of a mud floor without actually being a mud floor. You could do it a little bit more smoother mix. This has got quite coarse grained sand in it. You could put something smoother in, or you could just have it like that. Because people do mix aggregates in with mud floors, so you could do that. So there you go. So this is a possibility for my house in Portugal, because I've got certain tough problems to solve in that house, and I've really got to kind of cut to the chase on the projects, you know. So there it is. Now that irregular looking appearance is also something that you get with a thing called a Saltillo tile. This Saltillo tile, they're made in Mexico and they're very expensive, and they're handmade tiles, but they've got all this imperfection to them. So what you could do is you could actually stencil on top of this type of concrete, not roughly laid, and then get a tile impression on it. And because you put the dye in, if you ever chipped it, it would just show the same colour again as if it was the mud, you know. So that's better than either painting it or staining it. And there you go. And that's what you get. Tamang lahat. Perfect.
Migo, what is concrete dye?
Maraming salamat. It's
Like a
ang kulay para sa mga concrete, ang kulay ng red rust, magagumawa ka ng concrete dye ng rust, you know, like rust, ground it up and mix it in, or magabili ka ng concrete dye siguro sa I don't know, DIY store, hardware store sa Davao. Ano ang pinakamalaking hardware store sa Davao?
City Hardware.
City Hardware. Try City Hardware. Makabili
Concrete dye.
doon. Concrete dye. Okay? Pero tapos na yun. Kasama ng basang concrete, you know? Mixed in.
Mix the cement and
Yeah,
the
oo. Tingnan mo sa channel ko para sa mga projects ko doon. Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you very much. Jesus be with you.